No sound, is there?
Lets your team manage all of your WhatsApp conversations in one place. YesHello makes it super simple to manage your customer relationships with a shared team inbox, automatic assignment of new clients, automatic follow-up and reminders, client grouping, tracking, reporting, and activity logging, text snippet shortcuts, shareable files, chat box automation, bulk sending, and even personalized message templates that you can send in 2 clicks without typing or copying and pasting needed. Customer service using WhatsApp has never been easier. When your customer service team has the tools and support they need to be successful, they'll give your customers a significantly better experience. So what are you waiting for? Try YesHello for free. Sign up now at yeshello.chat.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hi, this is from the work desk of YesHello. We are a business communication enabler for building meaningful connections. My name is Nini Chong, and I am the Chief of Communications and Partnership at YesHello. So this is the first ever YesHello's Meaningful Connection in Business podcast. So welcome if you are tuning in on LinkedIn or if you are tuning in on YouTube. I would really appreciate it so much if you are able to share this link out, right, to your friends or family or founders' friends or co-founders or your team members. So why I am very excited, because the 2 people that I am with right now are the 2 people that I am very, very close with, right? Of course, when we launch a new podcast, it's always good to practice with people that we are familiar with first, and we know that we have the same wavelength and we are able to produce awesome conversation. No, not so awkward like that, right? So I have with me today my CEO at YesHello, Khalif Rizal Khalil. I will be asking him to say hi later. But Khalif, before you say hi, I would like to give way to our guest speaker for today, as well as Frank, to you and also me. So his name is Nazril Idrus. He is the founder as well as CEO at Precession Capital Berhad. I guess I'll let him share with you what is exciting in his life right now. And there is a reason why he is our first guest here at Meaningful Connections in Business podcast. Over to you, Nash. What is exciting right now for you? You are muted, Nash.
Okay, so hi Nini and hi everybody. And hi Khalif as well. What's exciting right now is I'm looking at the ocean, at the beach. So that's the most exciting. It has been 3 days of raining, and today there's sun. So that's life on the front end. Business wise, what's exciting is we are very excited because one of our friends or people that have learned the methodology that we actually and pathway, the methodology, the technique and the strategies, they are now one more step to IPO. So I'm very excited for them because they're going to be listing in NASDAQ, and they are now in the final round with the investment bankers, where the investment bankers have given them a valuation of $1 billion US. So that's exciting, and we've got a few people who are our own angel investors, which is also our own alumni, and people who know about what to look out for a good company investing in this business, which is also their part of their friends. Yeah, so that's what's investing. What's interesting right now?
Oh, that is indeed interesting and exciting at the same time. And I am so jealous, Nash, that you are in front of the ocean right now. All right, so now I guess it's time for Khalif. Khalif, as the CEO of YesHello, share with us what is exciting in YesHello right now. I guess to the audience, right? What is exciting? What are you looking forward to right now for YesHello?
What's exciting is having Nash here. Nash, it's been a while. Nash ni dulu our partner in crime, right? We were doing fundraising lah. We were selling funds. Last time. Now Nash is teaching people to fundraise. It's exciting stuff. So it's me, Nash, Nini, and Josh at that time. So what's exciting, yes, is to have Nash here. Another exciting thing is to have this new podcast that Nini birth, right? So she wants to do creative things, and of course new things, new ideas. I'm always open to it, so that's exciting. Another exciting thing is I'm getting into being inspired by what Nash is doing with his company, with his group of students to fundraise. I went to Nash ABC class. This was last year, Nash, less than a year ago, learning all about how to fundraise, how to set up the company and all those things. And Alhamdulillah, Nash, all your teaching. We had Sunway come in as an investor a couple of months ago. Thanks to you, also thanks to a lot of our mentors, in our life. So that's exciting. And because of that, the snowball thing has happened. More people are believing in what we're doing. We've always internally believed that what we're doing is awesome, helping SMEs, creating this, when we're in digital, we need more connections internally and talking to our customers. But people thought it was just like, whatever, everyone's doing it. But I see that, when we see results, when customers are happy, when employees are happy, and other investors are excited who wants to get on board. So life is exciting right now. Back to you.
Nice one, Khalif. So really, the title of this podcast, right, is Meaningful Connections in Business. And I remember this, right? I remember going to Nash's first MOC class. Or not even the class yet, right? So Nash were talking about aspirations. Nash were talking about vision. Nash was talking about how people actually are investing in Elon Musk, for example, right? There's no product, there's no services, and all he was selling was aspirations. And that is crazy possible, right? So Nash, how important is business aspirations in attracting investor, and why is it, Nash? Why is business aspiration important? It's not about, most of the time what I hear, what people are talking about, the big gurus, the people who are making millions and billions, right? They don't really talk about the numbers, but what they talk about is their aspirations, where they are going to, what is their contribution, how are they giving back to their team, and also members of the public, the community, right? You want to speak a little bit about that, Nash?
Yeah, so the perkataan aspiration is actually quite simple yet extremely powerful, actually. So any leaders in the world that want to change the world, they want to do something, they come up with a speech. Now that speech is inspirational, tapi inspirational means it gives us that feeling that we are inspired. Inspired means spirit, because the word inspire has the spire is spirit. It lifts up your spirit. Aspirational is where you set a visual, macam something that you lay out on people's minds on what that future can look like. Potential future can look like, right? So if you look at all the great leaders in the world, they have all these aspirations. They put out and lay out all aspirations. So let's go back to the history of the world, right? We look at people like Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill has this aspirational speech about where is Britain's gonna go, what's gonna happen in World War II, and stuff like that. So we have people like Tun Mahathir, aspirational speech. They says, look, it's gonna be a vision 2020. We're gonna be a developed country, so people can visualize what is a developed country. And he says, look, what we need to do now is we need to create Malaysia Inc. Malaysia INC, Malaysia Inc., which is like a company, macam satu company where we actually invite all other people to come to Malaysia because we have somewhere to go. Kita ada hala tuju, where we're heading, and what's it going to look like 20 years from now when he said that. So that is an aspirational speech. And because of that, that clearly shows the FDI, foreign direct investors, come into Malaysia. And he says, look, this is Malaysia, come and invest in Malaysia, come and invest in Malaysia. So in the year 1990s, we start to see Proton being listed. Proton is a national car, is listed. In the year 1998, year 2000, you see Post Office is listed, right? You tengok kereta api, this kereta api becomes kereta api tanah KTM Berhad. You tengok LLN, Tumari says let's privatize and make it into accessible for everybody to invest in. So these all come through, which LLN becomes TNB, Tenaga Nasional Berhad. You look at telecom, right? Dulu was just a telephone. Now it's TMB, Telekom Malaysia Berhad. And there's so many other things that because of this one particular leader, he puts this speech, an aspirational speech of what it's going to be as a developed country. So it's very clear that kalau dia buat macam tu and people are buying into the aspiration, investors are buying into the aspiration, meaning it works for businesses also. Before I go to business, I'm not sure how many here have actually bought a house yang belum siap, right? Rumah tu belum siap. So you tengok the housing estate, housing area, this is going to be, or the new Denai Alam, for example, Denai Alam or Bukit Jelutong, and it's not yet ready, but then they put out and laid out, okay, this is the house, this is the bungalow, this is the school, this is the international school, this is the hotel, it's going to be here. So this gives you a visualization of what is potential, but you buy a house there before it's even laid out. Same goes for KL Petronas Twin Tower. Why would anybody give money to Malaysia to build this Twin Tower? Because Tun Mahathir says this is going to be the tallest Twin Tower in the world. That's aspirational. So same goes. I can give you more examples after this with businesses that's aspirational as well. So that's importance of aspiration.
Nice. I got a question. So what's in the way usually for business owners and entrepreneurs when it comes to trying to communicate their aspirational speech or vision, or how you say it, right? There's something in the way usually they try to, but it is they tak terkena to the hati, right? You somehow manage to do it with your people, you somehow manage to do it yourself. What's in the way usually? And how are they to overcome this?
Okay, so now the word aspiration in our context is not just aspiration as in they're just words, right? After that, the whole pitch deck comes with aspirational clarity and visibility. Again, sorry, aspirational visibility and clarity. Visibility and clarity. So if you look at, let's go back to Tun Mahathir. He says 2020, by 2020, we're going to be a developed nation. Okay, so he gives us a time frame, the visibility. So if you are a diver, you go diving and you go down and then you go, okay, let's go down. and then you see visibility. How far can you see the corals? Sometimes they say, oh, 10 meters, 5 meters. That's called visibility. Now, that's visibility. So Tumade shows that it's going to be in 20 years. Same goes for this guy called Jack Ma. He said to his team, if you look at that particular fantastic inspirational video called Crocodile in the Yangtze, look at that. When he tells his 18 co-founders, guys, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this. That's called clarity. We are going to do this and that and this. But then he says, and we're going to IPO in 3 years, he said. And that was 1998. Also, he said, oh, then we're going to IPO in 3 years. So he gives a visibility that there's something's going to happen at the end of the term. Okay, tak apalah. It didn't IPO in 2001. They IPO in 2015 at a huge, the biggest IPO in the world at the time. Because he was going for it because people want to still invest in his business. So again, the what's in the way is tidak ada the word clarity and visibility. So shareholders, investors want to know where you're going to bring us. What are the things you're going to create to bring us there? So it's not just a statement. It has to come later on with, this is what we're doing. You understand what I mean?
Got it,
so
got it.
that's what it is.
Nice.
So if you want to give me an example, pun boleh juga lah. If you want me to give an example.
Yeah, sure. If you have an example that you want to share, that'd be great.
Okay, so for example, the one that I said about Alps just now. This is a Malaysian company, starting as a beauty. It's just a beauty. Bukan just. It's an aesthetic business. So the founder is the husband, who's a traditional Chinese medicine professor. Okay, TCM professor. So he created this with his wife. His wife is a beautician, and they use stem cell. Now, he finds that there is a bit more than just aesthetics in this, because he wanted to really leverage on stem cells, the future of beauty. Rupa-rupanya stem cells is the future also of health. And once he started to learn this, and he said, I can see a bigger work here, not just for beauty, but for humanity. You know what I mean? So when he speaks the word humanity, he thinks about, oh, what other problems can I solve? Then he realized that not just to create a laboratory for just creating stem cells for beauty, but also a stem cell that can help reverse or even stop problems like people who has kneecap problems, other heart problem, cancer. So he creates that bigger business landscape, bigger world now. And then he says this. He says, look, I'm creating this business, that's gonna create something that's bigger than myself, bigger than beauty, and it's for humanity, So then he says, and I'm going to list this business at the stock exchange by the year XYZ. So he gave a time frame. So, and on top of that, he says, look, at a valuation that is a minimum of $1 billion. At that time, it was 1 billion RM. So, bila investors listen and say, okay, one, he has a bigger game. Number two, he has this thing called an exit, right? For investors to look at, oh, there's an exit for me. I come in and I invest and I can get out. And number three, at that particular exit, there's a value that this business is going to be. So even though, guys, the business belum lagi started, it's actually, he raised money. He wants to raise money. He tells people this is what he wants to do. He wants to create the lab. So he raised 12 million ringgit immediately. And he kept raising money because he wanted to create the lab. So, and the lab got started. And then he got into many other things, up and down, until COVID came. And the government gave him a lot of job to 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 when COVID came, so the lab got really busy. They generated huge revenue, so they're now poised to actually IPO. But the point is this: the point is he gave aspirational. This is aspiration, and he gave a time frame of we are gonna IPO within this particular years at this kind of value. And then if you go deeper with him, he shows you what he's going to do step by step. So a lot of people, when they pitch, they don't say this. They just say, this is the problem, this is the solution, and that's that. These are business models. But then remember, when you are pitching for a product, it's different when you're pitching for an investment. When we pitch, there are pitches, there's product pitches, there's investment pitches. They're different. Okay, you don't go 30 minutes pitching because you want to show about your product. No, you talk about what will the investor get. So it's a short pitch.
Nice. So what's in it for the investors, right? You're talking about, Nash, what's in it for the investors. Khalif, I want to go to you after this to speak about your aspirations with YesHello. But just to hook to what Nash have just shared with us, right? This is a very interesting story. I don't know any of you have came across the story of Anna Sorokin, or better known as Anna Delvey. I know that many of you probably have watched Reinventing Anna, right? And I think that this is a great example of selling aspirations. Yeah, she got caught and she was put into jail, but she's out now. But she is demonstrating the power of aspirations. I think she is talking about her vision. She is talking about thinking big. She is talking about what's her plan, what's in it for you, why you should invest in me. So yeah, I feel that this is something that is powerful. Aspirations is something that we shouldn't underestimate. Khalif, going to you. YesHello and your aspirations, right? Talking about meaningful connections, talking about inclusive opportunities, talking about starting your exciting journey in fundraising with Pitchin, right? And as well as Beyond 4. Share with us, what is your aspiration? Why are you deciding to do fundraising?
I don't think it's about why am I doing fundraising. It's why are we in business sebenarnya, right? I think since the beginning, we've always done our own projects. I think I've only been an employee one time in a training company, and then after that, I got the entrepreneurship bug, small business, one after the other. I learned how to do sales. Straight away, I went into a business. Nash and I and Nini got business coach, Jivan, right? That opened my mind to wow, actually, so many other people, they have to go through the ups and downs and learn it on their own. But we were so lucky to have people to hold our hand and avoid those pitfalls. So it made business more fun, right? We got success fast. So why am I doing business now? Is because we use that knowledge, the tips, and we can use in any business. It's like, take this model, open this business, same model, same thing, right? Same chassis, everything's the same. And when I realized when everything is the same, I also realized every business has the same challenges, has the same issues when starting, and then has the same stages. Meaning, my friends who are small business owners will go through the same stuff that I'm going through. So why am I doing this is, one is because I found out that I can do, I can start a business and I can solve a specific problem every single time. So I know to start a business, we already have a model. We use Jivan's model, no problem, right? I think Nash also similar, use the same one. But then once we grow a little bit bigger, then we realize, hey, I have to now connect with my team. And I have to connect in a different level with my customers. And that's the challenge when We went into COVID. Everybody's at home. We can no longer be face to face. So it became like, oh, how do we solve this new problem? Right? I got stuck there. I know how to get to the next stage, but I got stuck here because last time punya formula, I can't use it, right? And that was the journey that me and the team went through with YesHello, trying to figure out, okay, if we are remote, my team is everywhere. Ada in Bali, in the Philippines, in KK, in Kuching, and I'm here, and we're purely online. How do we connect? And if I can't go out and do sales calls, do face F2F last time, right? Change card and do events. If I cannot do that, how do I connect with my customers now? And I think we figured out the formula for that, right? I connected how I used to build chatbots and my experience with sales, with the scripts and how to run, a sales team, and my experience to build small businesses, put it all together, and that's what we have. This system where when we are online, I can create a way, even though there's so many channels to connect with customers, we can streamline it, make it easy. Don't have to have a headache. So as an entrepreneur, how do I solve this one big issue of how to manage my team when we are virtual? How to build this connection with customers when we cannot be face to face? What if that one part of the business can be solved? Then I, as business owner, can do the fun things like all the CEO work, right? Like actually building the business, like actually going and do the sales systems, meeting partners, like like Nash, go to courses and learn new things, go to my mastermind, meet my coach, go and hire new team members. Those are the fun things for me to do. Not to sit down and figure out how to do all the technical things, right? How to engage with customers, all these messy things. So when my team suddenly found out there's a way to do this, I said, hey, what if we share this with other people? What if that one component for SMEs, for small business owners, we can sort out? Then only we can be the kind of entrepreneur and business owner that I've always wanted to be. Here's what I realized. If we are stressed, if we are like so overwhelmed, I cannot be the best business owner. Right? I'm always in the trenches. Do you feel that, Nash? When you're a little bit stressed, a little bit, right? Cannot be our best, right? And this day to day is always making me stress. But now, because the team is already handling all that, I feel more lega, more open, that I can be myself. And I think businesses can grow better. Business owners can be less stressed, and they can be awesome businesses. They can grow even bigger. They can meet more investors when they are less stressed. They don't have to worry about these tiny things. And this is one of the problems that is bogging down a lot of small business owners. And they cannot grow. And they cannot grow is because why? Because one simple thing, they're just using the wrong tools. It's like trying to play tennis, but using a badminton racket. So I always ask them, how are your team closing sales? Are they using their own personal WhatsApp? Yes. So if they're using, I already know for sure. They're using the wrong tools. They're playing in a big game, but using a tennis, the wrong tools for it. And I think just by helping this is the reason why we're doing it. This is the push.
Khalif, I want to ask you this, right? I want to ask you, so let's say if I want to get into an opportunity to help YesHello to grow, okay, to help YesHello to grow. But if I want to know what am I being part of, what is it that I'm being part of? What I'm listening from you is what you would like to do is to help entrepreneurs to be in a better state because their business is, their business processes is automated, right? But what really, if I say that, hey, I wanna be part of your YesHello, I want to be part of YesHello, right? But what am I part of? What is that vision? What is that aspiration? What will it be?
Cool. I want to try use what Nash is trying to say. Okay, Nash, let me see whether this is aspirational or not. I just be upfront and open. So here's my realization. I realized that if I can help Malaysian small businesses, so we're already helping Sirim lah, those purple scooters, T-Life, we already can help. We go in, we install this thing, and we can help. So with systems, with tools. So if I can help Malaysian business owners do this, meaning I can help Singapore business owners. Because the problems for Malaysians is the same problem for Singapore, which is the same for problems for Philippines. And how do I know this? Because we have business owners from there. So what if now we can be, whenever a business owner think of, hey, I want to start and I want to grow, we will be, okay, have you installed your YesHello yet? Right? Have you done so that you can see what your team is doing? It's like a CCTV. So every business, when first CCTV came in, it's like, what is this new technology? But now every business has it, because you get to see what everyone is doing, and then you can, on the side, walkie-talkie them and tell them, hey, this is the challenge, whatever. Soon, this is what's going to happen for chatting as well, because there's so many channels, WhatsApp, Instagram, email, and the people who are in charge cannot see what's happening. So imagine your competitors. Imagine all small businesses who want to grow will have this visibility, this CCTV, but for messaging. And only a select few right now who knows that there is this type of technology. But that's what I see, right? And the more I talk about this, the more people say, hey, Khalif, this is interesting. How does it work? So we have to explain a little bit, right? Because this is new technology, but the new concept. But whenever we sit down on it, they say, hey, okay lah, can let's do it lah. And it's quite cheap. And it's just a matter of time when every small business will install this. So what we're looking for is, we need a team. We need support. We need people who know specific markets, people who have access to the right organizations who already are helping small business, to tell them about this one thing that can senangkan their hidup, right? Then they can be a part of something that will revolutionize how small businesses run every day. And that's what makes it exciting for me, I think. I don't know whether that's aspirational enough, but we're talking about entire Southeast Asia first, and then who knows, throughout the world.
Nash, over to you for some feedback, Nash.
I think when you say, have you read the book called 0 to 1?
Yeah,
Peter Thiel.
Yeah.
So Peter Thiel says that 0 to 1 globalization, right? Globalization means you open up and you go to as many countries to globalize. But 0 to 1 on the vertical is technology, which means technology to get to multiply fast. So what Khalif is saying, what's great is you have that 0 to 1 globalization, which is Southeast Asia, using a technology called YesHello. But what I would insert there, if you were talking to an investor specifically, itu product. Now, if you're talking to an investor, I would add in the visibility. So I say, okay, well, in X number of years, we target to have a valuation of this much, where we will then merge with a bigger company, or we will IPO, where our shareholders will exit at the ACE market or the Singapore Stock Exchange. Now, that word is where it comes. That's the word that it becomes aspirational visibility. So you want to put that in, because then I would know that, if I invest in this business, then they know that they are going to go and they're going to increase their value. That means my share that I put when I invest 50,000 in this business, I know it's going to multiply, because you have a visual. You give them an idea that this business at this value is going to be at this particular value. Same goes for your investors. Now, kita cakap dengan investor kita, kawan-kawan sekolah, to our family, we talk to our friends. They all love us, but they love their money more. Okay, I will tell you now, because if they put money, it doesn't matter. It's 1,500 ringgit. Like what I did last time, I invested into my friend's konon telecommunication business because it's gonna be the next boom. I didn't even ask, what do I get? Do I get share script? What do I get? Is my name in the shareholder list? What is your plan? I just said, okay, never mind. I put money. But until today, I'm still talking about this 1,500 ringgit. I invested. Why? Because it pains me to realize that, hey, I didn't even think about asking this question. Padahal 1,500, just let it go. No. That's why you, as business owners, you got to, if you want to expand, then it's not easy to expand organically guna duit sendiri. When in fact, there are venture capital and private equity out there, like Creator, waiting for, okay, this business is going to, this owner, founder is open to receiving money in exchange of shares that they're going to give me. So, and I have to say, what do I get in return when I put this money? So that's probably one more thing, satu lagi element that you might want to put, which is all that story. And by that time, we target our valuation to be certain amount, 200 million, 300 million ringgit Malaysia, where we will either merge with another company or we will go for IPO at the ACE market. And I tell you, folks, if you look at any news on the ACE market, the lead market, there's always companies are IPO. You know, there's 50 million, other 120 million, other 300 million, other. It's not daunting as you think it is. It's actually the reason we're going to put ourselves in the stock exchange is because we are going to grow multiplier after that, because you become very, very beautiful, very handsome, to attractive to others. Meaning, for example, I'm a public listed company and I'm approaching Nini. Nini says the company that, hey Nini, you are this, right? I'm already public listed. I want to inquire if I can acquire buy shares of your business, how much? And then, or you can join me. So if you think about it, Khalif, right? You're like Amazon. So where was Amazon? Amazon, they were not profitable. They were losing money. The IPO in 2001, that was the worst time that IPO. I mean, not the worst time, that was just after the bubble burst. But right after the IPO, because they're just selling books online. They're selling books. But once they IPO, they become very sexy. They then acquire a company that sell shoes, sell ties. You know, they become bigger than Barnes and Noble, because now they have that super strength. Okay, so we want to tell the world, like Jack Ma, where we are heading, not just the product, but where we are heading. Betul tak? Because you can give a picture to people. We are just going to be like eBay, but better than eBay, right? That's what Jack Ma says. The difference is we are going to bring all these small businesses to the world. Tuja, his aspiration was, I'm going to bring all small businesses, Chinese businesses, to the world. That's his aspiration. And we're going to exit. One day we're going to exit at this point where we're going to be publicly listed. So then even his staff, that first lady, her name is Judy Tong. You can Google her, Judy Tong. That was his receptionist, the person that helped him. Mm-hmm. She received shares, shares yang before IPO, but she got the allocation. And she keeps banging on Jack Ma and says, hey, Jack, when are you going to IPO? Jack says, no, not yet. Well, I'll tell you when we're going to IPO. Then, when are we going to IPO? When are we going to IPO? Since 1999, you've been talking about this. Bang, in 2015, the company IPO, she's worth 100 million US dollar. As a receptionist, and she was worth 100 million US dollar because she became also from receptionist to a vice president of HR. Okay. So isn't that something that's important for your team to know, okay, where we're heading, right? So I would push this agenda because then people would say, okay, I want to invest, I want to put money in here. That's the difference. If you like to add that can be a bit more different. And I'm not sure whether VC Khalid dah pernah dengar jumpa VC ke, did they ask where you're heading and did you say something about that?
Yeah. So we have a deck. I think, but you're right to have like a, you know, where we're gonna be next year, where we're gonna be in a couple of years. But yeah, for sure. I think our next milestone is simple. From our 65 customers, where we are making 500,000 in a year. If we get to 300 customers by next year, which we will, very simply, then we will be at a 2.4 million annual recurring revenue. And from there onwards, you know, we can multiply that by 10 the year after that. So,
Nice.
so I think that track to the other, and I get what you're saying, Nash. We need to make it clearer. But thanks, yeah, good feedback. Thanks, Nash.
Yeah.
Okay. So Khalif, last announcement or sharing to the public, right? Before I go to Nash, because this will be our closing already. So again, Khalif, your aspirations for YesHello.
My aspirations for YesHello. I don't know where you're getting at, Ini, but I think I shared it a little bit. I think by 2027, I think to take on what Nash is saying, we will be in all Asian countries, and our business will be making 200 million in annual recurring revenue. I don't know how much that will be in valuation, but you know, after that, where it's going to be, I don't know. There's going to be exciting times. So we're looking for people who want to get on the ride, who see tech as, you know, something that can help small businesses.
Yeah.
And how would
so
that? Sorry, go ahead, Nash.
Okay, I would put there. I wouldn't worry about the revenue. I would say, by 2027, our company is going to be valued at 300 million ringgit. You know, poised for a merger or an IPO in a local stock exchange, something like that. You know, because once you know that 300 million, and then you can work if you're gonna make 100 million ARR, right? Okay, and that's 100 million means ARR, which is 3x of ARR, contohnya. 3 times ARR, right? Annual recurring revenue. Or even if you're 50 million revenue, you would say, oh, we're going to do 6 times ARR. That's our valuation. You can call any valuation. You just give that number at the end. Our company is going to be valued at 300 million by the time 2027, with 6 times ARR of 50 million. So then it comes from there. You know what I mean?
And then where are we going to list, and what is the goal after that? Macam tu lah, like you said just now. Okay.
So people can accept 10 ARR.
Yep.
Revenue. Okay, 5 times revenue, 6 times revenue. So then you work towards getting 50 million. So now we are here. So then you know that valuation is increasing as your revenue increase.
And that is the numbers, right, guys? That is the numbers. But really, Khalif, how would YesHello with those numbers, right? What kind of life-changing experience are you envisioning for your team members and for people who is on this ride together with you? What kind of life-changing experience?
Yep, true. Can imagine that, right?
Yeah. What is it that you're imagining?
What is it that I'm imagining? Yeah, so for the team, right? So here's me and the team. We started from nothing. All of us are entrepreneurs. We started this as just trying to solve it for our own. When we get there, we're looking at, you know, someone like Alta who is started off as our assistant. she has what, 10% stake, and we're looking at from nothing in 2-3 years, suddenly she'll be a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
For me and my, I don't know, for me and you, Nini, and the family, we'll look. What do we see? We see a better life. We can go to the courses that we want. I don't see, I don't see huge difference in how we run our day to day. But I think the most is, I guess, the people who we hang out with, right? We're hanging out with more successful people, more successful business owners, helping instead of just a few hundred, we are helping thousands, maybe 10,000 small businesses. That's how I see it.
Yeah. All right. So thank you, Khalif. I will share my personal aspirations, why I am now in YesHello. But before that, Nash, your last words, Nash. Your last words about purpose and aspirations in business.
Okay, so I guess my last words. Before I say the last words, I like what Khalif says is now. Be going to events, going to learn more. I know this one guy when I was in Success Resources. I was one of the participants, and he would go to all the courses. And I said, "What do you do, Ken?" And then this guy's name is Ken Sumaru. Ken Sumaru is one of the founders of Catcha Media, together with Patrick Grove. Oh, I've already listed my company, so I'm just, hanging around doing courses. What the hell? So that was in the year 2009, 2010. I tell you, and that's his life, and creating other things along the way. So so that goes to my my last words is, we are all human beings, and if we can do it, if we can aspire to create something bigger, we should, because it's important. It's our dharma because of what we can do. Some people don't have the ability to think like that. Dia tidak diberikan diberikan that peluang, opportunity to understand this world of making a big difference economically to people. So I would call upon as many people watching this to learn this world, the world that will make a difference, not just to yourself, but mostly to the people around you. The advice, if you look at the top 3 advice given to Tony Robbins, the second most powerful advice given to him was he can affect a lot of people, but he cannot help them because he doesn't have that capital. So the billionaire from Canada said to him, you should learn the world of capital if you really want to give and create this thing called Feed America. He wants to feed 1 million Americans during Thanksgiving, but he needs the money. So if we are able, we must use our body, hand, soul, mindset to help others by becoming wealthy. I will tell you, it's not about menjadi tamak. Look at Warren Buffett. He says like this: I only need 100,000 to live 1 year. The rest of my money I already given away already. So because he knows how to do it. So that's
nice one. Thank you so much, Nash, for that. That is aspirational indeed, right? I said that I'm going to share what is my aspiration of being part of YesHello. So imagine having, to start in Malaysia, having more entrepreneurs where they are able to spend more time with their family, when they are able to create a meaningful connection with their customers, where they are able to create meaningful connection with their team members. And it is not about, rushing and communicating like in a rush, right, all the time. And more business are able to have sustainable profitability. And I see this, it will be a life changing for so many entrepreneurs out there. So if you want to be part of this, right, if you think that your mental health, your sanity, and being able to have more time for your family is what you would like to invest in, you are able to connect with us at YesHello. So I guess this is the first episode of A Meaningful Connection in Business, guys. We will be seeing you again next week. Before we go, I just would like to do a very quick sharing. So again, YesHello is a business communication enabler for building meaningful connections. And next, what we will be having is we will be having a masterclass coming up soon. You are able to register all these links in the caption or in the comment of this live stream below. So with that, I would like to say thank you, everyone, for watching. Do share this recorded live stream, and I will be seeing you again very, very soon. So goodbye, people. Thank you again, Nash, for being part of this. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Khalif.
Thanks, Nash. See you.
Thank you again, Nash. Bye-bye.